Hello everyone. I have a quick, hopefully it's quick, a craft with me video featuring Scrap Diva Designs new release and previous release dies, guys. Alright, so first of all, we're going to need this die right here, which is the Pumpkin Trio, and I have already cut these out. They do come with the little swirls and leaves and everything. This is a an older die, which is the Mini Ghost tag. I believe it might have been from last year. Very cute. It is a must-have. It's just adorable. I love using that. Then we're going to be using this guy right here, which is, I believe, also probably from last year. It's the Pumpkin Mini Album number 2. And this does come with the face, so if you wanted to add like a spooky face to it, you can. It comes with spiders and little eyeballs, I guess, and all the little swirls and stuff. And then we're also going to be using the sentiment, this one right here, which is a Halloween Words number 1, 2025, and this is also from the September release, guys. So I will have these dies linked down below, and as always, I will also have my affiliate link, or you can also use the discount code Alondra10 to save yourself 10% off your purchase. And I do get a small commission, like I say all the time, so I do appreciate those of you who use my coupon code. So thank you very much. All right, so as you see, I've already put this guy together. This is the Halloween Words number 2, 2025. Was it number 2? Halloween Words 1, 2025. Anyway, so for this guy, I've since the last time you saw this, all I've done, since I did add a little brad right here, not brad, eyelid, I just hung a little pumpkin and then a little bitty what do you call it, one of these clay beads, and then a little yellow bead to it. I have some spiders cut out, and then remember I had already cut these out. I don't know if I want to use this. I think it might be too much white, but you can mix up the colors and change them out or whatever. I also pulled this out. This is the stamp set. I think it was last year's stamp set. Look how cute that ghost is. And I just stamped her on vellum. You can also emboss it if you want, or color in the little accents with alcohol markers. And if you wanted to, you could also use this little ghost. Like, you could just cut it out, and that way she could be see-through. I'm just giving you that option. But I'm going to be using this little ghost today. So I have cut out my pumpkin, the little curly things that go on there. I have one of these little spider, what is it, like a is it sequin? I don't know. Sequin thing. I have all of the pieces cut out for my little ghosty. The little eyeballs I wanted to show you guys real quick. So the new Scrap Diva Designs paper collection, which is called, let's see if I remember, it's called, I have it right here, Hocus Pocus. It comes with this paper collection, this paper right here, and for the little eyeballs, all I did, you can see the little hole punches. All I did was use my hole punch, and I lined it up where I wanted it. And like, for example, if I wanted to cut this out, I can either line it up in the center or off to the side like this, and then I just cut that out or pop that out, and then I have my little eyeball. How cute is that, right? If you're going to use the like this matching coordinating thing for your eyeballs. Anyway, so I have 2 of those. I have all my little eyeballs cut out. I got a little bit of ink on this little eyeball, on the white of that eyeball when I was coloring it in, but it's okay, we're gonna cover it. Anyway, so I have my little ghosty, I have my big pumpkin, then I have the backing piece. I cut that in white, and then this piece right here, also using the paper. So this is from the Hocus Pocus paper collection, which is from this September release, and this piece right here was cut out from the Beautiful a paper collection Scrap Diva as well, from last year's release. So I believe they are both available right now on her website. So I will link those down below in case you guys want to pick up either one of those collections. Very, very cute, guys. I really like this. I did like the little spider web on this paper, so I cut my little bow out of using the little spider web. So anyways, what else? Okay, so let's get started. First of all, as you guys know, I love to ink my projects, so let's pull out some inks. All right, so I have pulled out 2 different oranges, and I'm gonna see which one I think will go better. I kind of think this is really close to that pumpkin there, and then this one's a lot brighter. I'm not sure. I think this is the one I used for this one. Yeah, I think so. Pretty confident I used this one for this wicked cute sentiment. So let's try this one, and then if not, you know what I like to do? I'll do it on the back side, and that way I can test it out. And then I pulled out Rustic Wilderness. I think that's nice and dark. I don't know if it's going to be too dark, but we'll try it out as well. All right, so I'm going to move that out of the way real quick, and then I'm going to flip this over, and that way we can test these inks and see which one we like. And let me get something so that I don't get my desk all dirty. I can just wipe that off. So this is the Rusty Hinge. Okay, and let's try the Crackling Campfire. Okay, this one's a little bit darker. Let's see. I guess I could add more. They're very similar though. I don't know. Let's just try this one, the Crackling Campfire. I can't really tell much of a difference. I guess this one's just a little bit darker, but it's okay. So we are going to have these pumpkins layered like that. I'm going to have the bigger one in the back and then this one in the front. So we're going to need to ink this part right here on this one, and then we'll just ink the bottom part, or maybe the edges as well. We'll just ink the whole thing on this one, leaving the top untouched. I'll show you guys what I mean. Okay, so for this one, let's go all the way across. And I should have started off. If you start off of your project, you won't get those lines. You just get kind of like that smudge look. Anyway, so it's very important to start inking off of your, don't put your little bristles or whatever on your project, because then you will get those lines. I mean, unless that's what you're going for. Unless you're getting the edge, then sometimes I'll like pick it up and I'll just get that edge to darken that up like this. And but it doesn't give you that streaky line look. It just darkens up that edge for you. Anyways, I think that's kind of what I want for this piece, this section right here. And then for this one, we said we'll get over on this side because our pumpkin is going to cast a shadow right about here. So we'll see. We'll kind of play around with it and see where we might need that. Okay, let's go a little bit higher. Over here, and we'll just add a little bit of a shadow down here, and we'll just darken that up. We'll darken it up over here. We don't really need to worry about this section because it's going to be covered up anyways. But we'll darken up this. We'll try to fade that out a little bit more. Okay. Let's add a little bit more of a shadow, because this is supposed to be a round pumpkin. So, see if I can buff some of that out. It would be cool if I could come in and just do like some of like those sections right there. I know Tim Holtz has that pencil crayon thing. I'm not sure if you can buff that out. You might be able to. I don't have any. Let's see. Let's also add a little bit to this guy right here. This guy is going to have this little stalk thing right here. So I kind of want to add a little bit of a shadow underneath there. So let me bring this back in. So we need one. I'm going to try to start from underneath the stalk right here so that I can fan that color out a little bit. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't want to start right here. I want to start up here and bring my color down. That way, see, there you go. Again, that way it kind of blends out. And then we'll add, I guess some of this is going to be covered up by the pumpkins, but we'll bring some of that color in just to try to tie it in. So I'll bring in, and I'm just gonna do the edges real quick. I don't want to get in too much because I don't want to lose the pattern of the pattern paper either. So I'm just trying to come in lightly around the edges, just the outside. I hope that makes sense to you guys. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I know that pumpkins are going to be over here, so I'm starting again on the mat and just kind of bringing that color in a little bit, not too much. I don't want to come in too much, just to give it a little bit of dimension on the outside here. And I think that ties it in a little bit. Now for the green, let me flip this over. Let's see. Looks like I can come in and hopefully this isn't too dark. Again, I'm going to try it on the back just to see if I like it. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is again, starting off of the paper. I just folded that. It's okay, I was pushing a little hard. So let's go there and let's add a little shadow right here underneath. And actually for this part, I'm just going to come in and I'm going to fan that color out that way, like that. I don't know if this is the right way to do it, but this is how I'm going to do it, guys. If it works for you guys, then try it, right? I'm going to come in and just darken this up a little bit on the edge here, bringing that color up. And I'll probably do the same thing over here. And you guys can stop wherever you guys feel comfortable too. Sometimes we can overdo things. But I'm going to, again, just getting that bottom area and then just underneath there. All right, look at that. It looks so pretty, huh? Now this die set, look at that. I love that. It just kind of pops. This die set, the trio, the pumpkin trio. I don't remember if it comes with, I know it comes with the swirls, but I don't remember if it comes with the little stem part. I don't know if we should try to color those stems in. We'll see. But anyways, we do have these little curly doodads. And let's see. Hold on, bud. Let me let the dog out real quick. Sorry. Anyways, all right, so let's color these in. This one goes on the right side. So let's add a little bit of darkness here. This is facing down. So I'm just gonna have to pick it up and try to get my color down here. And I wish I could get right in there. All right, I'm trying to figure out where my shadows need to go, because you do try to have it a little realistic. I would love to get in there and maybe just under there, but I don't know that I can unless I use the marker. But then finding something that matches is so hard sometimes. I guess we can just try and use the edge and see if that works. Just for a little bit, just that tip. And add a little bit of, I could go darker, but all right, there we go. And I need to get in here. So I'm gonna try to go under. Okay, I'm just, I don't know. Okay, then this one, this guy goes like that. So we're gonna add a little bit of shadow right here. And then we're gonna go over on this side. And again, trying to use our edge. I'm gonna use my nail to kind of block that off. You could use tape, I suppose, and tape that section off. But I'm okay with having this the highlight. Then that means this guy down here needs to be a little bit darker. I don't know. I don't think I'm doing a good job, but it's okay. We'll just add a little bit of color. We'll add it over here again. Let me just fold that back. Okay. All right. Next, we are going to, let's glue these pieces down. Look how pretty that looks. I really like that green, the way it pops. Actually, I don't even know if we need to add any shadow to this guy. We could I wonder what it would look like with the green if we brought in a little bit of that green and made our ghost. Well, no, because we're gonna have, you know what I mean, like that glow in the dark green look. But I think we're gonna have swirls and they're gonna be green already. So what if we bring in either purple? I don't know. I don't know if I have a really, really light purple. I think I might for the ghost, just to highlight the ghost in a little bit of purple or gray. You can never go wrong with gray. Let me see if I have a grayish purple. All right, guys, off camera, I got a few inks and I tried them on this scrap piece of paper, and I'm kind of looking at which ones I liked. I like the purple, but I don't know if that's going to be too much, because I might end up adding a purple bow to the top of the pumpkin. So, and I think the green might be too much once we add the little, it might be just way too much. So I'm going to go with this color right here. It's out of the gray or this blue color. I was thinking I was going to add that blue color, but I forgot I'm adding this one. I don't know. I can't decide now. Let's just go with, let's see. What the heck? Let's go with the green. Even though I had thought I was going to add the blue, I just don't have anything else that's blue though. So let's use the green. So I have this twisted citron. I hope that's how you pronounce it. And we're just going to add a little bit of a ghostly, what do you call it? Like a ghostly glow. I guess that's what it would be. A little bit of a ghostly glow. I guess if we don't like it, we could always just cut another one out and try it out. Try it something different, right? So we're just going to add a little bit on the outside, just a little bit, not too much. We don't want it to be too much. And I'm okay with that. Okay, I think it ties in a little bit of the green. Is that a little bit more? I'm just going to come in. You see where these little lines are right here, the indentation right here? I'm going to just pull this color up where those lines are. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but it'll just, it'll give our ghost a little bit of a, like, you know, like that wavy dimension look. And like I said, I don't even know if we're going to be able to see this because this is going to be hidden, but if you can, you see that? Kind of gives it a little bit of, hopefully you guys can see that. Gives it a little bit of depth. And we'll add a little more color there too. And down here. Just want to deepen that glow. All right. Try to buff a little bit of that out into there we go. And let me go grab, there we go, see that? I'm going to put that in between these two. Yeah, you can't even see the lines unless we leave our ghost, we don't glue him down. But anyways, it's just going to look kind of like that. And I think that's going to be really, really pretty. Then, and I actually like the maroon on the ghost, the green and the maroon. Let me go get the rest of these little curly things, because that one's for up there, and we'll see what we have for these pumpkins. All right, guys. Remember I cut out, let's put these here because I don't want to get confused. I need to glue those down soon. Remember I cut out these leaves in the gold. Look how freaking cute that is, guys. And then we can ink some of these up and also attach them. We might even be able to attach them up here, and maybe even add some of the gold ones. Now I also cut these out of this stripe paper, which matches our little sentiment down here, so we could also add a little bit of you know, add the stripe up here as well, or maybe have a bow that's striped. That would be so cute. I think I like that. It'll tie in the stripes, and then we can have like a maroon center, and then that brings in that purplish maroon color up here up top as well. Well, remember, we're gonna have this maroon bow up there also. Oh, I think that'll be cute. We'll just see. We'll just play it by ear. Let's ink some of these up for now, and I think we just need the smaller ones. I don't think we need the really big chunky ones. And actually, no. I guess we could also cut these. We could cut these down as well. Let me see, I know I'm off camera, sorry. I'm just looking at these. So if we wanted only half of something, like if we only wanted this section right there, we could cut it right there. And I don't know if we're gonna use those. Anyways, let me get that green, that dark green back, and I'm just gonna ink up these little guys, and y'all don't need to see me. You guys have already seen me do the bigger ones. I'm just gonna add a little bit of ink here and there on these tinier ones. All right, let's not forget, we also need to ink up the arms to our little ghost. So without getting any more ink, because I don't want them to be too dark, I just added a little bit of shadow underneath her little arms, and there we go. Now I think we're ready to start putting these together. Yeah, I still don't know about the stems. I guess I could cut those out of just green paper and cut around the stems. Let me do that real quick. All right, and I'm going to show you guys what I did. So I just took my die and I just cut out a little piece of paper for both, and I just put my little piece of paper where I thought I was going to get this image cut out. I just used that way you don't have to cut out the whole entire pumpkin. So I just put that like that through my cutting machine, and it just cuts out this little stump, and then we can just cut that off. Same thing with this one. I just another little piece of paper, and I just ran it through my machine, and then this is what we have left over. It's just the little stumps. And just so you guys know, that way you don't have to, I mean, if you want to cut the entire pumpkin out, you can, and you'll just have an orange base, which would also be kind of cool. All right, so now all that's left to do is to cut our little stumps where, and I'm just going to kind of curve it. I'm going to curve it down and then come back up, just like that. Hope you guys can see that. I'm going to do the same thing with this guy. I'm just going to curve it down and then come back up, and that gives us our little stumps. If you want to, you can go straight across. I don't know if I'm liking that anymore, but it will get covered up, or we could cover that up with this guy. No, I like that. And then we're just going to come in and also give this guy the same shadow that we did the top one. So we're going to come in and just add a little bit of this green. Not too much. This guy's going to be angled this way, so we'll come in and we'll just ink the bottom of that little stump right there a little bit. And I guess we could do the same thing with this guy right here as well. Get a little bit more, not too much, just enough. All right, and that gives us a little shiny glow on the top of the little stumps as well. Okay, I think this is turning out really cute. All right, let me glue the little face on for the ghosty. So we do have the eyeballs, and I did color her mouth out with this color that I think kind of goes with that maroon, and her eyes are going to be this maroon color. And then I'll decide which way I think she should be facing, because yeah, I think I like that. And we'll add this one over here. Okay, let me glue this guy down so you guys don't have to stay here and watch me glue. All right, guys, I also gave her a few some cheeks, and what I do is I just get a Q-tip, and so you get your Q-tip, you rub it in the ink. I use the sponge sugar distressed oxide, and I just kind of smear it on where I think the cheeks should be, and then she's good to go. She's got some cheeks. Anyways, this guy is done. Now all that we have left to do is to pop everything, glue everything down. I think I'm gonna stitch this stuff. I think it'll just add a little bit of extra. And you know what? I do have this green. It's really bright green. I think that'll pop against that orange if I and along with the pumpkins. I don't know if I have maroon, but I might have maroon. I don't know if I should do the pumpkins in maroon, because that'll also pop, or green, or do both. We'll see. We'll see. But I do need to head out, so I will finish. I'll have to finish this later. So come back and finish this project with me if you guys want to, or you guys can just wait and see the final product. I'll take pictures and I will post that up on my Instagram. So I will catch you guys on the next video, hopefully. If not, I hope you've enjoyed this one so far and I have inspired you. I'm sorry I wasn't even in frame. But anyways, so I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.